Hannah Brown, Hannah B, The Bachelorette is here. What a week. What a last few weeks. She's smiling, though. I mean, you look happy about it or relieved.
I mean, what else would I do right now? You just got to smile through it, you know?
All right, so I know this is going to rehash a lot that you've been through, but just to bring everyone up to speed, spoiler alert. So you were proposed to, you said yes, then you broke up with him, and you're with no one. Is that sum it up?
That's
that's kind of like right?
The like Cliff Notes version.
It's Cliff Notes version, right? I mean, Tanya, you want to add to that? Any color?
I mean, I think it's really good, except we did get an ask. We did have a potential ask out with Tyler C, which I'm very
for a
happy
drink,
about.
right?
Yeah.
The guy's a good-looking dude. I want to admit. I mean, that guy is. I would go for a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, he's
too.
He's good looking on the outside, but he has a really good heart too.
Yeah,
so.
but I'm not. Look, whatever you
He
want.
does.
If you want that, fine. But just for a drink. No, so he's got a lot to offer. Would you say?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you guys go for that drink yet?
Not yet, but we're going to work on that and
So
hang out soon.
You broke up. The premise of that breakup was because you found out some things you didn't know, and he was not truthful, or he didn't give you the full picture at first, right?
Yeah, I did not know anything about any type of relationship while making my choices and my decisions.
Because this is Jed. He told you that.
Jed told me, well, nothing about his relationship. I did know that he didn't really know what this whole thing was, what The Bachelorette was. He used it as, or initially came on for his music and then started developing feelings for me. But honestly, I thought there are a lot of guys there see this as a platform and an opportunity. Sure. So I kind of took that and was like, okay. But the whole big thing with him having a relationship before, I didn't know that until after.
Did you read about engaged. It in the press? And that's how you found out?
Yeah.
Like we all
the extent. Yeah. I knew the day after I got engaged that he had hung out with a girl, was his words. And
I can't.
That it was nothing. And then they had ended even just hanging out like a week before. Which is obviously not the case. So
it's so interesting because I think a lot of people can relate to meeting someone and that someone not giving them the full picture.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think sometimes people do that. And I do think that he had fallen in love with me and wanted to be with me and didn't really realize, I don't know, he didn't though, like how this would hurt. And I think he thought that giving half-truths and giving as little as possible would protect me, but it really hurt me even more.
Well, you feel duped.
Yeah.
Like you really feel like someone's intentionally doing something behind your back and someone that you opened up to and spent time with.
Yeah. And
is there ever any forgiving someone that does that? I mean, I know you didn't, obviously, because you moved on, but can you ever see a scenario where you meet somebody and it doesn't have to be that they had a girlfriend or not a girlfriend. They didn't tell you the truth. They lied out of the gate about something. It could be kids. It could be divorce. It could be.
I mean, I've been through a relationship that I did stay with somebody who was not truthful to me. And it was because I loved them and wanted it to work out. But it really, when that foundation's broken, it's really hard to really have something that's lasting. I think there's some people who can reconcile their marriages and have been able to do that. But for me, I realized that I stayed in relationships in the past out of like an insecurity. And now I just was not going to do that because I was very upfront with what I wanted during this whole journey with every man that I met. I wanted someone to be completely honest and raw about and real about what they've been through and what they want, just like I was. And so when he wasn't, I think that's when I just was like, this is not what I said yes to and not what I want and not what I deserve. And I'm so much more than that girl that maybe would have stayed and would have sacrificed my happiness to just be with a man. But I've realized I don't need a man. I want somebody to share my life with, but I deserve somebody who also deserves to be
with
in my
you.
life. Yeah.
All right, this is Hannah B. We're going to come back in a second. A few more questions on this theme in just a second. Beyonce, Jay-Z, crazy in love. But you're not crazy in love. But you're crazy in love with your decision that you made, right?
I'm
you're
crazy
happy.
in love with me.
She's crazy in love with her.
Yes!
With she. Hannah Brown is here from The Bachelorette. So, I mean, to simplify again, you started out on this journey looking for someone to spend your life with, for a companion, and you ended up finding someone that proposed to you, and then after going through all of it, you kind of ended up where you started off. Did you learn something really important along the way, and what's the most important thing now that you've taken away from all this?
I learned a lot through this, and I grew a lot, but I realized my strength, and that's something that I'm so thankful for this experience for, because I knew I was a strong woman, but not to the capacity of everything that I have dealt with and gone through. And I'm really proud of that. And I think this is a chapter in my life that I can really take moving forward. And I think other people can really also relate to that and see and hopefully make decisions to continue their strength and to not settle.
So she's from Alabama and now moved to Los Angeles. Have you started to date in Los Angeles?
No.
Are you looking forward
I'm
to
just
that?
trying to move in boxes into my house.
But have you thought about, I mean, Alabama and LA, different,
Yeah.
right? Have you thought about what it's like to date in LA?
I haven't even thought about dating at this point yet. I mean, of
I guess you
course.
kind of crammed it all in. so
Yeah,
you
it's
can-
all
you get
kind
a
of
breather.
happened at one time. But yeah, I have no idea what it's going to be like.
Well, Tanya
dating
would like
here.
to share some stories.
Yeah, let me know your stories.
She's currently
Well-
dating a guy from not in LA.
Yeah, but actually, Hannah, I'm starting a Not Wives Yet club with my single girlfriends, and you can join it with us.
I can join.
Yeah, we're gonna go to like hot spots in downtown and things like that. So you're more than welcome to join. There's 4 of us now, so welcome
I'm-
on in
Totally going to be there.
Um,
Let me know.
for sure. But I actually have like a really big question.
Okay, I'm ready.
So, like, Jed came on the show. He's been vocal about this. He said he came on to promote his music career. And when he came to propose to you, I literally was watching when he pulled out his guitar, and I was just like, I can't with this guy. And like a lot of what we see is a lot of guys coming on the show or people coming onto the show to promote whatever their careers, whatever. Do you think that it's going to be harder, or like our producers trying to do something different behind the scenes to try and vet those people out? Because I do believe there were some people there with the wholehearted intentions, but it seems to be getting worse and worse. Like, are they trying to like figure that out, or have you talked to anybody about that?
Nobody wanted this to happen for me.
Right, of
I
course.
think I'm really thankful for the team that was behind me. And it is just a lot harder now with people care about my life. I mean, and yeah, there has been an increase of people who follow me, but I think some people are really good about making you feel like they're have pure intentions. And
Isn't every date going to be boring now after all the fun stuff you get to do on that show? Like, look at the fun dates you get to
I
go
don't
on.
know. I think it would be really cool to just hang out with
Just do
somebody at
something
this
simple.
point. Yeah.
Right.
And what is the hanging
No
out?
cameras.
Hang out. What is the definition of hang out? Because people use that with different connotations.
Yeah, well, because I think it gives it a loose,
Like hang
loose
out can
term.
go every
yeah.
direction, right?
Yeah, it can be whatever you want it to be, I guess. But for me, hang out is just like have a glass of wine, maybe eat some pizza, walk around outside.
Tanya, you've met your perfect
Yeah.
soulmate. She's here.
I know.
Hannah Brown.
I always
Enter
knew
your life.
we would.
Who needs
this
Lucky
would be it.
Charm?
Yeah, just
Totally.
Lucky Charm.
Yeah.
She's met a guy and
Named Lucky
actually,
Charm.
yeah. Let's take a break and come back with Hannah. Hang on a
Okay.
second.